Your dreams may be more influential than any law of physics you learned in school, because they might be tapping directly into the quantum realm. Picture the moment you wake up with a wild, vivid image from your unconscious, only to discover it mirrors a bizarre scientific phenomenon that defies common sense. Those fleeting mental movies could be connecting to subatomic quirks that transform reality behind the scenes, waiting to shape your waking life in ways you never imagined. The inconceivable link between your slumbering mind and quantum physics has sparked controversy, ignited spiritual debates, and baffled scientists for decades. Some quantum theorists argue that what happens in your dreams might echo the same uncertainties and probabilities found in electrons, photons, and hidden subatomic dimensions. But this isn't just about guessing lottery numbers in your sleep or traveling into parallel worlds. It's about penetrating the peculiar core of consciousness itself. If that piques your curiosity, it's because there's an unspoken question lurking behind every dream. Could your nightly visions hint at deeper, universal truths unfolding in real time? We're about to traverse an intellectual labyrinth where nightmares might be as crucial to self-awareness as Heisenberg's principle is to quantum mechanics. Suspend your old assumptions as we begin to decode dream signals that might rewrite our grasp on what is real, turning your stable perception of existence on its head. This exploration won't just nudge open the door of your subconscious. It may rip it off the hinges, revealing a cosmic interplay that ties cosmic paradoxes to your most intimate nighttime visions. We'll place your mind at the intersection of quantum entanglement and personal intuition, and in the process, challenge everything you've taken for granted about how you think and feel. What if your late-night reverie holds coded messages from a dimension that seemingly defies physics, a dimension that lingers in superposition until you finally pay attention? You might have dismissed random dream fragments as mental noise, yet the grand puzzle of quantum mechanics suggests that nothing is merely random in a cosmos full of entangled possibilities. Your dream of flying or free-falling could be more than a psychological symbol. It might parallel the wave-particle duality, hinting at how reality can morph when observed through different lenses. Ever awakened with the uncanny feeling that your dream foreshadowed real events or offered cryptic guidance? Quantum phenomena, like tunneling or entanglement, show us that sometimes distance, time, and conventional logic bend in impossible ways, just as your mind can bend in the deepest layers of sleep. This begs an electrifying question. Are dreams the mind's only chance to flirt with quantum weirdness beyond the constraints of day-to-day logic? Skeptics scoff at the idea, but growing research in consciousness studies nudges us to reconsider how we process intangible truths. When the lines between what's real and what's imagined blur, you might find the key to unlocking new perspectives on life, creativity, and even your future choices. By dissecting these hidden pathways, we approach a realm where intangible hunches become tangible breakthroughs, where your intuition might just be the quantum link bridging your inner and outer worlds. Before you assume it's all coincidence, remember everything in quantum reality is connected at levels we have barely begun to comprehend. Forget for a moment every pop science article that says our dreams are just a stew of memories or repressed emotions. Imagine your subconscious actively negotiating with the quantum field, bridging your daily routine in the staggering complexities of a space where electrons vanish and reappear without warning. This abrupt shift in thinking can scramble our usual sense of what's plausible, forcing us to question whether the line between matter and imagination is truly as distinct as we assumed. Neurologists often detail how dreams form from neural firings, but quantum theory suggests there might be more to the story. Fields of probability that shape mental events before neurons even take action. When your mind shifts in the middle of a dream from one bizarre scenario to another, it may echo the discontinuities we see in particle pathways, where outcomes are decided only upon observation. This isn't magic, it's a radical reinterpretation of how the mental and the physical realms could intersect at a depth we rarely consider. pattern interrupted yet? Good, because this is precisely how breakthroughs happen, by snapping out of static beliefs and entertaining the extraordinary, even if our rational side fights back. Could the quantum nature of reality be the hidden reason your dream life feels so expansive, delivering tiny bursts of insight in the form of vivid night scenes? Think back to the most haunting dream you ever had, the one that jolted you awake in a sweat of dread or longing. That spike in emotion wasn't just your psyche running wild, it might have been your inner self resonating with a quantum signature of fear or wonder. In quantum physics, our sense of stability is undermined by the knowledge that particles can morph their states based on invisible triggers, much like how your emotions shift in an instant within a dream. Recall how time in a dream can warp. Seconds can feel like hours, or entire lifetimes can blur into a single montage of scenes. These distortions mirror the way quantum phenomena defy the rigid arrow of time, suggesting that our intensest feelings might tap into timeless aspects of reality. When you dream of embrace, loss, or exhilaration, it could be more than just chemical fluctuations in your brain. It might be a faint echo of universal waves resonating with your private experiences. We anchor our hearts in these dream moments, sometimes carrying the emotional residue into our day, as if a secret message lingers just out of reach. Could it be that by zeroing in on these raw emotional cues, we unlock a channel that merges personal insight with the cosmic interplay beneath the surface of all things? Some spiritual traditions describe this as a sacred communion, while certain physicists see it as a valid line of inquiry into the unexplored fractals of human consciousness. In either case, your heart's darkest and brightest moments are more than ephemeral illusions. They might be the quantum seeds that shape your reality, one surge of feeling at a time. Now that the emotional undercurrents have tugged at your curiosity, let's amplify the pace with tangible evidence that merges quantum theory and dream research in startling ways. In the 1980s, a series of labs documented dreamers who seemingly plucked insights from nowhere, accurately sketching scientific breakthroughs or real-world events not yet public. While skeptics chalk these up to coincidences or overactive imaginations, quantum-minded thinkers propose that the dream state opens a channel to probabilities before they crystallize into reality. This concept of pre-reality awareness parallels the function of wave-function collapse, wherein a range of potential outcomes narrows into one actual event, much like a dream that materializes into waking experience. Such instances, though rarely studied formally, point to a subtle interplay of consciousness and quantum fields, suggesting that your mind could weave threads of future possibilities while you sleep. This notion gathers momentum if you consider how entangled photons can communicate states instantly over vast distances, hinting that consciousness might also transcend typical barriers of space and time. The more we investigate, the more we find that these intangible threads of reality spark glimpses of knowledge hidden just beyond the boundary of logic. Now, momentum builds toward a critical realization. Maybe your dreamscapes are not mere illusions, but active participants in shaping the tapestry of existence. As we ascend toward even deeper truths, keep in mind that the surreal can often house the most rigorous revelations. You might be wondering if there's a definitive moment where dreams and quantum physics undeniably collide, producing concrete proof that your nightly wanderings are more than fleeting fantasy. While researchers chase that elusive eureka, a mosaic of smaller breakthroughs suggests the two realms intersect at subtle junctures, waiting for the right perspective to bring them into focus. Consider studies where individuals practice dream incubation, actively planning to solve real-life problems through nightly visions, an approach that occasionally uncovers eerie correspondences to quantum phenomena like parallel probabilities. For instance, an engineer might dream of a blueprint that mirrors quantum-based designs, only to wake and realize the dream's geometry matches a theoretical model that was never consciously studied. This merging of unknown knowledge with the dream realm teases the possibility that consciousness can roam beyond standard cognition, possibly interfacing with that shimmering quantum sea of potential. If our minds can slip past linear thinking during REM cycles, maybe we're tapping a dimension where wave functions inform imagination, bridging intuition and physical reality. The resolution of this grand puzzle doesn't come neatly tied in a bow, but the path toward it may redefine both our scientific methods and personal beliefs. Every night you dream, you might be stepping into a world where information is unbound by time and space, orchestrating insights you won't fully grasp until you choose to recall them. And just when you think you're on the brink of understanding, the quantum universe slips away again, reminding us that resolution is always part of a bigger cosmic dance. Stop right here if you believe everything must fit a neat scientific formula, because what comes next may defy every tidy category. Beyond labs and theories, there's a radical fringe that claims your dream life can literally alter quantum outcomes by focusing intention during hypnagogic states. This notion isn't universally accepted, but it suggests a rebellious leap. What if your mind, in its dream-laden vulnerability, can coax reality to manifest certain paths over others? Imagine your late-night illusions becoming catalysts for real-world transformations, where ephemeral images hold the power to influence subatomic probability waves. It sounds like a blatant script for sci-fi, yet some meditators and mystics swear by it, citing personal experiences that border on miraculous synchronicities. The biggest interruption to your usual thinking is this: you might be more in control of your realities, yes, plural, than you ever dared to suspect, especially when your rational guard is down. If that idea unsettles you, you're not alone, because it demands we treat dreams as serious quantum interfaces, not just psychological afterthoughts. Such claims provoke fierce debate, with traditionalists calling it pseudoscience and open-minded explorers suggesting it is the very frontier that might crack the eventual code of consciousness. Whether it elicits skepticism or awe, this perspective disrupts your usual mental narrative, forcing you to consider that maybe, just maybe, there's more to your dreams than random midnight theater. Despite the polarizing takes, evidence keeps piling up that consciousness, especially in dream states, might be more boundless than conventional science dares to affirm. As we accelerate toward the crux of our exploration, consider how some neurological studies reveal that brain waves in certain dream phases mimic high-focus states seen in deep meditation. That similarity could point to a unified mechanism where your subconscious explores potential realities, testing them out like a cosmic simulator before you commit to waking decisions. Meanwhile, advanced quantum experiments hint that observers can affect outcomes just by being aware of them, fueling the argument that your dream awareness might similarly sculpt probability fields. If you dare to push this logic further, it implies that your late-night illusions, fueled by raw emotion and unfiltered thought, may be prime catalysts for hidden quantum interactions. It's not about turning dreamers into demigods, but about acknowledging that the mind's role in observing or ignoring possibilities can ripple through the fabric of our existence. Like an ever-accelerating velocity hacking loop, each new study or personal anecdote intensifies the notion that we have barely scratched the surface of what consciousness can do. By merging dream exploration with quantum principles, we inch closer to bridging two colossal mysteries: how the universe truly behaves and how our awareness shapes that behavior. Hang on, because the biggest reveal is just around the corner, offering a vantage point that might shatter the final barriers between science and the realm of dreams. Now that we stand on the precipice of our final frontier, the question is simple: are you ready to explore the quantum secrets hidden in your own dreams? If your heart is racing, that's the unmistakable pulse of wonder, telling you there's more to discover, and it's waiting behind the veil of your next sleep cycle. Tonight, Dare to dream with intention, record every bizarre symbol, and ask a bold question before drifting off, because your subconscious might tune into truths no textbook has ever captured. Share your most unexplainable dream experiences below, especially those that seem to intersect with real-world events or uncanny insights. And let's see how many invisible threads connect us all. Hit subscribe to keep diving deeper into these mysteries, because the more we collectively question reality, the more we elevate our ability to shape it. Remember, the boundary between your mind and the quantum realm might be just a flicker of awareness away, and you hold the power to light that spark. Are you ready to ignite it? If I